So what do you expect me to say?
Let's get him!
I know you feel this way. Coming after you.
What's up, Internet? It's BlackLightAttack, and today I'm playing some Capture the Flag on 2 Fort, which, if you know me, is a little weird for me because I absolutely fucking despise 2 Fort. That's like one of my most hated maps. Mostly because I don't have fun playing Spy on it. I know a couple, or I've seen a couple people who can do pretty well as the Spy on 2 Fort, but I am not one of them. I don't know, I guess not enough ammo pickups, not enough side routes. It's very choke pointy kind of thing. But this is like my never-ending quest for the intel, because I'm just like doggedly trying to get the intel, and just like so many heartbreaking things happen. And I get it. I think it ends up 3-2 and we lose. But both of our caps, I believe I had, and it kind of came down to the wire where I'm like fighting tooth and nail, but you guys will see what I mean. Anyway, so I was kind of hoping to do a commentary that's a little bit more on the serious tip, and I hope that you guys don't really mind. But you know, I got some shit to talk about. So basically, right now it's Friday. It's Friday night as I'm recording this. Technically Saturday morning, and so 2 days ago, Wednesday, I came into work, and now if you guys have been listening to my commentaries for a while, and especially if you follow me on Twitter, you probably know that I hate my job. And it's not that I have a bad job. It's not that my job is an awful, you know, thing to do. It's not like, I mean, there are a lot of people who absolutely despise their jobs because they legitimately have inherently terrible jobs and they work with terrible people. My job isn't like that. My job is actually okay. It's cushy. It's very secure. Like, these people have like never fired anyone, and it's overall it's not very demanding. My problem with my job is that one, it's unpredictable. One day it could be the best thing in the world. The next day it could be horrendous. But yeah, still overall it's pretty easy. Number two is that it's not what I want to be doing. It's boring. It feels like I've settled. I feel like I have settled for this job, and there's so much more that I want to be doing with my life. And also, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I have an interest, obviously, in video games, and the other thing is games journalism. I would love to do you know, journalism for games, reporting on games, or even like media distribution, something like the guys at Machinima do, like Hutch and Sark and CNNers get paid to go to these conventions. They get paid to travel and go to all these game cons, and just, you know, their entire job is just loving video games, and that's exactly the kind of thing I want to do. I don't want to work on video games because that sucks. The only skill set I have that would allow me to actually work on a video game is writing, and video game script writers are not secure in their jobs at all. You can be hired for one script and they might not even use it, and then you'll never hear from those people again. So not interested. But anyway, so I hate my job. And on Wednesday, I came into work, and I basically got reamed out by my boss because I fucked up the day before. We have a lot of busy work to do right now. It's our billing cycle, and primarily my job description is a monitoring job. I'm monitoring the systems, and I'm supposed to be responding to emergencies. But when we're not monitoring, because, you know, alarms aren't going off 24/7, we're supposed to be doing busy work as best we can. You know, as long as there's something around to do, and there's always something to do. And basically, there's a lot of busy work to do right now because we have to send out all of our bills for the year and get paid. And basically, I thought I did a lot more work than I actually did on Tuesday. You know, everybody's expected to pull their fair share, but nobody is, you know, they're not handing out, okay, this is your workload, this is yours. They're not delegating anything. They're just saying, make sure you do the work and make sure it's fair for everybody. And even though I hate the work and it's boring and it doesn't, you know, excite me, it's certainly not challenging. It's mindless. Even though I hate it, I still try to do it, because if I don't do it, then the people that I work with, who I genuinely like, are going to have to pull my slack. Now, basically, I messed up big time, and I thought I could have sworn that I had done hours and hours worth of work, and they only ask you to do 2 hours worth of work, because like I said, I'm a dispatcher. I respond to emergencies. The busy work is secondary, so they really only ask that out of an 8-hour shift you do about 2 hours of busy work. I could have sworn I was way past that. then looking at the times the next day, it turned out that I had only done about half an hour's worth of work, if that, which says a lot, basically. I feel like I'm losing my mind at that job. I have no sense of how long I've been there or how long I spend doing anything, and it's kind of disturbing to me. You guys know that I'm very absent-minded. I'm very forgetful, and I don't focus well on things, and you can tell that like just in the way I talk. And if you ever watch my Pokemon commentaries, I can't keep a thought going for more than a fucking minute. And all that seems to be compounded with like the maddening dullness of my job, and that really put it into perspective for me for like how much I just fucking hate it, how much I despise it there. But I can't go anywhere, you know. I'm kind of stuck in this job because it's a job, you know. They say I'm lucky to have it, and the worst part is that if I go anywhere else, it's going to be the same problem unless it's a job that I really am interested in. Obviously, I'm not interested in this one. If I go to a more well-paying job that, you know, does keep me busy, it's still going to be work that I'm not interested in. I'm just going to fail there too. So I was really bummed out about that, and I was not happy with the fact that you know, I got yelled at, and not yelled at, but you know what I mean. And I, more than anything, I was mad at myself for letting this fuck up happen, you know, and how you know, screwed up it was that, you know, I let that slip by. And that was just a really terrible day for me. I came home, and my dog immediately knew something was up. By the way, guys, if you are ever debating like cat versus dog, fucking dogs all the way, man. God, not fucking dogs. Do not fuck your dog. Effing dogs. That doesn't help, does it? Dogs, man. Dogs are fucking awesome. Dogs are bros. They help you out. And there's just something about dogs. They know when something's wrong. They just know. Some cats are like this too, but it's some. Almost all dogs are like this. They know when something's wrong. And if your dog is loyal to you and loves you, they just want you to feel better. If you ever been just like absolutely down in the fucking dumps, just horrible, just like the worst, you know, mindset you could possibly be in, and it's just you and your dog, and like say you're crying your fucking eyes out, your dog is just looking up at you, and like your dog just knows, and he knows there's something wrong. He wants you to feel better. Well, my dog's a she. And they don't, you know, there's none of that bullshit you get with people where they're like, well, you know, there's other fish in the sea, honey, and there's none of that. Well, I've been through the same thing, man. You'll be alright. There's none of that bullshit. They have nothing to say. All they want is genuinely for you to feel better, and that's all they care about. They just know something's wrong, and they don't want it to be wrong. Not that I was crying over this. I actually haven't cried in like years. I was trying to remember the last time I cried before making this commentary, and I literally can't think of anything. I've been actually like incapable of crying for a while. There's nothing wrong with crying. I think crying is really great. If there's something wrong, you just need to let it out. It's so much better than bottling it up. Trust me on that. But you guys remember that whole like story with like my ex-girlfriend and my former best friend who are now dating and all that shit? Never cried once throughout that entire thing. And that was probably the most painful thing I've ever gone through. Never shed a single tear over it, and I don't know why, when I really should have. I'm getting sidetracked though. So my dog knew that something was wrong. I was bummed out all day, and so I came home, and something great happened. Dan, aka Nipnops, had been talking to me on Twitter a lot, and just the night before, I had joined him in Vent to bro out and play games a little bit. I've been trying to meet up with some of the KBMOD bros for a while, but I've been going to APL's old Vent, not knowing that nobody used it anymore. I thought that they made APL's Vent the KBMOD Vent, and I was like, wow, this Vent is fucking dead. And nope, I was wrong. I was just going to the wrong Vent. But anyway, so I'd met up with him the night or two before, and you know, he invited me again to Twitter, and he was like, yeah, just like show up. So I showed up, and like me and him were talking and playing. I think we played a little Tribes or something, and you know, it was just kind of like, hey, what's up, man? You know, just casual stuff. And then all of a sudden, like, more KBMOD guys started coming in, more KBMOD guys started coming in. And once they were all there, Dan was like, literally his words were, so I think we can all agree we like the cut of this guy's jib. And there was kind of like a round of yeah. And they loved my Skyrim article that I wrote for them. Oh, there was like some awesome compliments from them about that, which I thought was fucking awesome because I didn't even think that article was that good. I revised it. Excuse me. I revised it like once and like didn't look it over. Like reading it back, I was like, oh, there's so much more that I could have done with this. This is not good. Like it's just not a special piece to me. I just didn't think I did that well on it. And they were all saying it was like fucking amazing. Not fucking amazing, but you know they all really liked it. And that was just awesome to me. And basically they invited me to come and write for them. So I'm going to be writing for KBMOD now. I'm going to be doing like opinion pieces and feature articles. Those guys handle the actual news and the tech stuff, but you know I've had a couple of other ideas too. But I'm all about just opinion stuff, musings basically. And yeah, I'm going to be writing for them now. This isn't a job. This isn't like a solution to the current problem that I'm having. What it is possibly something to put on a resume for the career that I'm pursuing. Because I can't pursue a career if I'm not making any steps to do something about it. So here I'm trying to build some reputation, some credibility, some street cred, and yeah, I hope you guys will read some of the stuff I have to say. Like and favorite the video for a chance to win my respect, and I guess I'm KBMOD BlackLight now. Take it easy.